Hi Leo, this is your horoscope for December 2018. Thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Now from the 1st of December until the 17th of December, you've got Mars, the male principle, the planet of drive and what I want, sitting next to Neptune, the planet of manifestations and dreams coming true. So Mars is usually not very happy in Pisces because Mars rules Aries and it's about moving forward. When Mars is in Pisces, it's forced to be selfless, self-sacrificing, which Mars is not very good at, and it's forced to kind of connect with the higher realms and spirituality. The good news is that Mars is at 9 degrees, which in numerology is spirituality and completion, so it's a lot easier for Mars to connect with the spiritual than it usually would be. Neptune is at 13 degrees in Pisces. 1 and 3 is 4. So Neptune, the dream planet, gives you this wonderful foundation, and you're able to kind of traipse off into the other side, into your inner self, to connect with your higher self, to connect with your feelings, to connect with higher beings, to connect with deceased loved ones. So any Leos who are already naturally gifted in that area, so you are intuitive and psychic and you're able to make contact, if you're already very good at that, you're going to have to really be disciplined and say, okay, enough, one at a time. Because Chiron, Neptune and Mars are all sitting in that 8th house. The 8th house is the house of death and the self in connection with other people and groups of people that are bigger than yourself. You're able to travel into these areas and discover what it is that you want. So your hopes and dreams actually have been really fuzzy and vague until now, and they start to come out of this fog and you start to realize, oh, I was in pain about that. That's why I threw out that dream that I had in childhood. Wow, and now I remember it and this is what I wanted to do. So it's almost like this, I'm seeing it like this, like Excalibur coming out of the water. And that's actually a really good image because Excalibur is a sword and sword is air and thoughts and ideas. So your discarded, wasted and disappointments, your hopes and dreams that you've thrown out the window, reappear, and you have another chance to embrace them and to do something about them. On the 3rd of December, Venus, the planet of love, beauty and creativity, goes into Scorpio and it sits in your 4th house of family. So Venus in Scorpio is really intense. It's able to get to the truth. It likes authenticity. It has good emotional connections. So from the 3rd of December until the end of December, you really have nothing to worry about when it comes to family. It's going to be impossible for anyone to pull the wool over your eyes. So let's say you have a family celebration in December. You'll kind of see beyond the fake smiles and the forced laughter, and you'll see who's genuine and who's not genuine. And it's a nice way of weeding out who to keep in your life and who really isn't there for the right reasons. On the 6th of December, Mercury, the communication planet, also sits in your 4th house of family at 27 degrees in Scorpio, but it goes direct. Mercury is the communication planet and it's been in retrograde since the 16th of November, and it moves forward on the 6th of December, so communication becomes less difficult. Computers and technical problems aren't going to be as annoying. You're not going to have as many flare-ups in that kind of area. But also, Mercury's at 9 degrees, so you're able to really think spiritually and it's in Scorpio. So not only do you see beyond the facades of people, you're also really nurturing and you care. So if someone, you know, shows up at Christmas or Hanukkah and you're like, oh my God, I just don't like this person, you see them for what they really are, and you may change your opinion about them because you see what they've gone through and that they also have feelings. So you're compassionate, you're empathetic, and you're not going to have a lot of family problems because you really are able to empathize with other people. And that's often the cause of arguments, when people just feel dismissed or not seen, or that people don't care. You're going to exude this wonderful energy of, I am emotionally connected to myself, my higher self, and I'm also free and available to help. So family will love having you around. Just make sure you don't let yourself be taken advantage of. Okay, so that it doesn't go too far. On the 7th of December, we have a new moon in Sagittarius. I will make a separate video on the full moon and the new moon in December to go into more detail. But for you, Leo, the important thing is that it happens in your 5th house of love and romance. So that's really good, because the moon conjuncting the sun is the new moon, and the moon is totally black, and it pulls lots of energy in so that it can get ready for its next monthly cycle. And in this case, it's pulling in your energy, fire energy. Sagittarius is a bit different to you, but it's pretty close. You're fire, Sagittarius is fire, so you're getting loads of fuel in to your system, and it's in your 5th house, so you have a lot of good luck when it comes to your romantic relationships. So family relationships are sorted. Also, no one can pull the wool over your eyes in your romantic life now either. If you date, you'll immediately see who's right for you and who isn't. So for single Leos, this is perfect to go on dates and to really find that person you want to be with. And for Leos who are in relationships, you really see your relationship for what it is, and you're able to see where it's going and whether it has a future or whether it doesn't. So there's a lot of clarity in your emotional relationships with other people, but you also have Jupiter, the good luck planet, sitting in that 5th house of romance. So Leo, out of all of the signs of the zodiac here in December, you are the one that's most blessed when it comes to love and romance, because you have the lucky planet sitting in there and a new moon pulling in loads of positive Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is so optimistic. It's ruled by Jupiter, the lucky planet. It's always about moving forward, moving ahead, and pointing your bow and arrow at some distant goal and galloping towards it. It's optimistic. It loves life. So if you're in a relationship and you feel that, you know, you're really growing and the other person isn't, then that will become very clear. So relationships that aren't meant to continue, you will really see that, and you can put an end to them so that you can make space for a real, genuine relationship. But if you're single, perfect time to find that soulmate for you. So congrats. So from the 7th of December through until the 13th, that energy continues. So all the single Leos, really, this is your time to find that person. On the 13th of December, Mercury, the communication planet, goes into Sagittarius as well in your 5th house, and it joins Jupiter. So from the 13th onwards, love and romance becomes even easier, because you are now so charming, you're silver-tongued, you cannot say the right things. Everything that comes out of your mouth is interesting and fascinating and funny and hilarious, and you give off this amazing charisma, and you have this beautiful sense of charm and mystery about you, because remember, you have all of that energy in the 8th house. You're really looking within, you're connected with yourself, but you're also connected to the world and saying, how can I have fun and how can I improve my life? So that combination is golden and magic, and people will be drawn to you because they're like, what has she got that I don't have? I want some of that energy. I want some of that enthusiasm. I want some of that optimism. That goes on for the next 9 days until the 22nd of December, when the full moon in Cancer occurs. And the full moon happens in your 12th house of spirituality. And the full moon is when the moon releases its energy, it reaches its completion point, and it showers you with the Cancer energy. It's in your 12th house, so you will feel very connected to your higher self. And I feel that a lot of Leos will find a true connection to themselves, to realize what it is that my dream is. And a lot of Leos on this day are going to find their soulmate. Wow. Also on the 22nd of December, the sun goes into Capricorn. In your 6th house, it joins the transiting midheaven, which is work, Saturn, and Pluto, all in Capricorn. So from the 22nd of December onwards, what becomes a priority more and more and more, rather than the love life, is work. So really make sure that you use December, if you're single or if you're in a relationship that's not working, to sort out your relationship issues, if you have any, and to build that connection with yourself. And then at the end of the month, look towards work. That's the best way to use the energy. On the 31st of December, New Year's, you still have that lucky energy in your 5th house. But you also have the moon and Venus sitting in the 4th. So again, it's all about being surrounded by loved ones, being held, feeling safe, having fun, enjoying who you're with, and really just having a month where you feel loved and you have a sense of hope and optimism for the future and a new year which is going to be even better. So don't get too far, don't get too ahead of yourself, and just enjoy the moment and be present in December and really just enjoy it, because it's going to be a fab month for you. So I hope that gives you something to go on, and I hope you have a wonderful month. If you would like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the Readings tab to order your reading. In my personal readings, I use Astrology, Tarot, and Numerology. The astrology chart I draw up by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. That then gives me a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born, and it's a blueprint to your soul. So I can see what your life purpose is, where you've been in past lifetimes, what your talents are when it comes to work, what's destined for you in love and friendships and traveling and moving, health, spiritual progress, and I can answer any questions you may have. So if you're interested in that, then please do head to the website gregoryscott.com to order the reading. Have a wonderful December, and I'll speak to you next month.